Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
Shane.
We are back with Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 5.
We got to see Roy Tiber, that family. They have the Warhammer Titan.
Yep. Arguably one of the cooler names of the group.
It is a cool name. I love the armor, but it's a very simple name.
Yeah.
The Colossal is kind of a cool name, but I don't like that Titan. I like the lore of it. It's ugly. Ugly motherfucker.
Stumpy legs.
It's an ugly motherfucker. And sometimes it is not drawn well.
And the CG and shit on there, too.
Yeah, like sometimes it looks cool, but lots of times it does not look good. Now, the armor usually always looks good.
Oh, yeah.
And like when...
Card Titan's might be the worst one out of them now.
Yeah, but I like Peck.
I like Peck, but I don't like the fucking Card Titan.
I don't like if you think about it, like, I don't know anything about how they were really made. Like, the Titans, like, why they
Before it was utilized, though.
Yeah, like, are these things millions of years old? And then it's just, like, before the Card Titan was carrying guns and shit, what was it fucking carrying?
Yeah, just running around.
Yeah.
Being weird.
I think it is funny, though, that, like, because she stays in that form sometimes for a long time, it's hard to walk up bipedal. It was just a pleasure seeing her on the ground like that.
Yeah, how old are they supposed to be, though?
Fucking in their 20s.
Are they?
Pretty sure.
I hope so.
Reiner's like 20.
You're talking about this. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure.
I'm like, oh, you know.
I'm pretty sure. Fact check me,
thinking...
Brett. If I'm wrong, keep it in. I don't care. Shame me. Also, we had one of the funniest moments to me in this show. Think of it. There's not a lot of funny moments in this show, except for the stuff that we laugh at, but we're different from other people. Like drunk people. You know what I mean? Like other people don't laugh at that like we are. But you know, the ice cream, it's the greatest thing I've ever tasted. I thought that was funny. We had some intrigue building up between Theo and Willie. Mm-hmm. It looks like they're kind of joining up.
Scheming, petty scheming.
Yeah, they're kind of joining up for the sake of the future of Marley. Mm-hmm. I mean, just like we were talking about earlier in our post talk, go check that out. It's like their nation has become a little complacent. The citizens don't understand the sacrifice of war and the gritty realism and of what it really is because they live inside and they read the papers. Mm-hmm. I guess we just got going forward. We have the play to look forward to. And who do you think the Warhammer Titan is?
Well, I really haven't seen much of the rest of the family yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Before
we jump in, guys, just make sure you click on the link in the description because that's where the actual reaction is. It's for free for everybody, and I recommend you go there. And then after that, come back for the post talk. Let's jump in.
If you work together,
oh, God!
any threat.
Yeah, so brief talk on that scene. The only thing I'm thinking about now is kind of how Falco's going to feel, like depending on how that conversation goes. Like,
yeah, you're being enlightened on what's going on, and
I mean, it's a hell of a like a fucking candlelit fucking basement. Like,
I just wonder what his plan is. What's he having to accomplish by bringing Rhina down there?
Why Rhina? But I guess it's Rhina's the only connection, I guess, but besides Zeke. Mm-hmm. But why Reiner instead of Zeke? It's because Reiner was supposed to be his friend.
Yeah, more personal.
Yeah.
He didn't really know Zeke.
Yeah.
Zeke was just out there being a douchebag.
Yeah, he was.
Real big douchebag.
He was, wasn't he?
Greatest fucking douchebag in the show so far. Well, there's some weirdos, but he's the pretty big douchebag.
I don't like him, yeah. I just don't.
I don't like him at all.
I'm trying to think of someone who's more of a douchebag. I mean, just people are worse. But
there's people that are just fucking horrible and weird.
But not douchebags.
Yeah, they're not douchebags. So,
yeah.
Like, you can eat him now or whatever. Like, that fucking guy getting torn apart by this thing.
Yep. Terrible thing.
I'm glad he got his ass whipped.
Yeah.
By Levi.
So, he's had, he's mailed out some letters, and then he got Reiner here to meet Aaron in this little cellar basement thing. Mm-hmm. He just sounds incredibly intimidating. Like, the way he's like, it's been, and I said 5, it's,
like
I can't
4
do
years.
Reiner. Aaron. And I love the art, because, like, he looks aged, but it looks like him. He looks like a kind of a cooler, older version.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Agreed. There's no after credits on this one.
Pretty goddamn sure. I'm fucking make sure now. We're right up on like the limit of what I've seen. What do you think, man?
I really liked it. I was
getting just emotional thinking of everything he went through.
How much of a hard case Aaron has become.
Me too.
Fucking Willie was turning out to be like a fucking Ozymandias. He's like turning the whole world's attention on parody. Mm-hmm. Said, look, we don't have to fight each other. Where do you get these guys? Like, you know, Ozymandias made the big squid monster thing. Well, he used in the movie Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
In the comic, he used a big squid monster.
Was it Dr. Manhattan? I thought it was something else. I know.
In the movie, it was Dr. Manhattan. He made him pop up there and it made this big explosion, remember?
Okay.
And the comic book, it was this big fucking squid monster.
Yeah.
Now, unless they went back and
No, I
edited
don't
that
think they
in
did it
a
again.
special edition thing.
I love that movie, dude. That's
Well, it's fucking got great performances in it.
but he also reminded me of Clayton Bigsley when he said, "I hate my own blood."
Oh,
Clayton Bigsley, it's on YouTube with Dave Chappelle. He's he's a black guy. He doesn't know he's black because he's blind, and no one ever told him. And
yeah,
he's a racist guy.
He grew up in a racist community, and they taught him just like the other. They just told him he was white just to make it easier.
Yeah.
Power!
The confusion did not end there.
I was getting so emotional thinking of like.
it was fucking great. I mean, it's cool that Rhina was spilling his guts out, but at the same time, I just love how Aaron just become this fucking stone cold badass.
Yeah.
He's like holding it back even though he cut himself.
Yeah.
And transformed at will.
Yeah.
It was cool. Obviously, Willie's not the Warhammer Titan.
I don't give anything away, but he's about to be eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't looking good.
To me, back on the Ryder thing, like that, I love that guilt coming to a head. Like everything that we saw that he went through, like Ryder shouldn't have even been there.
Mm-hmm.
Marcel didn't want his brother to fucking die.
Yeah.
Which is what we were talking about, like in the last conversation. And then he was going to get eaten, and then Marcel saved him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just becomes a badass. He transforms and becomes a leader because he wants to be a hero.
But
he
it breaks.
wants to save the way. Yeah. And this is after being a hero, like, was just wanting him to unite his father with his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And his father was like, "Oh shit, that woman's gonna get me hung," you know.
Yeah.
And which is just heartbreaking in itself. And then we're seeing some flashback scenes of him being a badass to the other warrior candidates.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that Ryder, he broke down because of just the duality of his position. Like he became friends with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to do what he did, and they were doing it to save the world, so they had to. And Aaron was like, "I know that, I get it. I've been here. I slept, I ate with everyone here.
Good people here and everything else.
But I have to do it."
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just so fucking sad.
Which is kind of cool to see the tables turned, though.
Oh, it is. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
great to see him fucking blow up through the building. And like, I know a lot of people died. It's horrible, but we're watching a show. So
No, yeah.
when he came up out of there
Yeah.
and fucking just destroyed the stage and all those fucking
If you would have
yuppie
told...
people in this crowd, like, oh.
Yeah. Just crying. And also, I like Willie, the theater thing. It was actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Willie and McGath
McGrath.
made a deal.
Yeah.
We haven't seen what that is.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like he's going to be a general of the forces, military forces.
And did
or
you
at
see
least
that
prominent.
McGath is kind of up there ready?
Yeah. So they had an idea that something was happening because they found the room where they were hiding.
I don't understand how they found that fast. Did you, lady, ask?
Well, I feel like the way you wrote your comrades, that
yeah.
made me wonder, like, maybe the mail's been screened.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. No, that's a good point.
Well, I don't know.
You see, lady.
Because they
whatever,
couldn't find the warriors.
Yeah.
So.
Lady, whatever his name is, Asamopito,
Yeah.
she just left.
Mm-hmm.
And Willie was looking pretty nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fact that Carl Fritz decided to leave because of his own guilt, and that if they wanted to ever take the founder, he would have accepted it. But the point is, the founder was already stolen. It was already stolen by Grisha.
Mm-hmm.
And that just wasn't part of the plan, which is just kind of crazy.
No way.
And then just
A lot of people that fuck up plans.
yeah, and then like
And shit.
and then Aaron
Unreal.
just Aaron just he just literally is kind of thrust into this world. His mom gets eaten. So if you would have told me in season 1 after watching that episode, like this first couple episodes, like if you would have fast forward shown me this, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But now that I've gotten to the characters and the motivations and the fact that these child soldiers brainwashed, I just feel like I love it, but I feel like shit for them, you know?
Well, it sucks, but that's what lends so much power to it, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, it lends a lot of power to Aaron because he only just knew this annoying little shit.
Yeah.
And
And then it
Spunky, then his mom died.
Well, it's like when he becomes, I don't want to say he becomes Vader, because I don't know the extent of his journey personally. I mean, if you're comparing him to that, it's just like, I get it. Like, it makes more sense now. He was this kind, idealistic person, you know, and then he's doing this.
It's been ground out of him. And now they had to turn the tables on their enemies.
Yeah.
And they took the fight to them. They're on their turf, and I love how he blew up to the fucking stage. It's sweet.
Well, I love the
When
creativity.
it showed him standing there while he was transforming.
Well,
and
in the slow motion, it was
and
fucking
Rhino
cool.
was
I've actually went on YouTube to look at that scene,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just he was blinded by hate, and that's what got him here was that fire.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he's here and he's open-minded, he realized like they're not all evil.
But he still has a job to do.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I loved it, and we got to see Annie's dad, the guy who trained her. If you remember, she always said her dad taught her those moves.
Yeah.
Now that you've seen this, I don't know how it ends, but I do know it's getting a lot of love from like Japanese and American audiences. So I assume at the very least it's very, very good. It makes thinking about watching the first 3 seasons much more tolerable and even like cool now, right?
I don't know, because sometimes it can be I'd have to wait a while before I did it again, because the meaty shit is later.
You're right, but I feel like...
So to me, it's just you're going through all the shit again. It's not like Brotherhood, where you've got a lot of interesting shit like pretty much happening from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that the whole fucking way. There's some low points, but they're not low and bad. They're just... They slow down, and they pick back up again. But there's always this intrigue there. I don't know, it's different. I'm probably apples and oranges here, because, hot dogs and burgers, man. I mean, they're both equally great. One's healthier for you, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're both tasty treats. So
they definitely are. So yeah,
the point is though that they're not the same kind of show. And that this show is the first show's an investment.
It is, but then I just don't like horror in any capacity unless I know it's like a critically acclaimed movie or show. Like I love The Strain, but that is an exception, and I don't give a lot of those. Yeah, I know. I can't remember his name. The guy who did The Witch and the Viking movie.
Tigers.
Yeah, I know that movie is supposed to be really good.
It is good. I finally did finish it. There was one part in it that really just... I couldn't watch it for a while.
Well, okay, so what's that Nope movie? I'm aware of that part.
The what?
That movie called Nope.
Oh, Nope.
I know it's a good movie, but I'm aware of something...
I was just unexpectedly... that movie caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting to like it. Yeah. But I didn't know a lot about it. Yeah. And then I watched it. I'm like, this is actually... Yeah,
I heard it was really good. Decent. But there was a part in there...
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
And I all it took was for someone to explain it. And
it's horrible.
And I don't even want to talk about it.
It's like they're going through a fucking gastrointestinal system on a fucking animal.
Well, and just the fact that like they're there, they're conscious.
Yeah, and they're screaming. It's horrible.
Well, just like
it's horrible.
That's why I haven't been able to rewatch the Book of Boba Fett. Just because of that part.
Yeah, but that is much more. Book of Boba Fett, they're at least thinking. I know they're alive, but they're not really doing anything.
Well, they're in there suffering. They're conscious.
But I know, but they're not really.
Yeah, they're not expressing. They're not. It's because they tone down the horror.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. We talked about this, but on fucking Nope, they're like screaming and going through this thing, and there's blood everywhere, and it's fucking. It's.
Yeah, I just can never watch it.
It's not.
I wouldn't watch it.
It wasn't as rough on me. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
but it
would kill me.
It did not affect me the same way that scene in The Witch did, where I didn't even want to watch it after.
Well, I had
to go back and watch it again later. And then,
I don't know what you're talking about, but that to me just sounds like the most horrific thing. You couldn't pay me $100 to watch Nope, because it would stay with me, and it would fucking disturb me. That's how I am. Like it would give me nightmares. It would fucking affect me.
Yeah, I mean most movies, I think I don't know. $100 doesn't seem like it's worth 2 hours of my time.
What is it?
$100 doesn't really seem like it's worth 2 hours of my time.
It's worth 2 hours of my time because
my private time.
Yeah, I don't make money on my private time, so to me it would be like.
Well, then you should take it.
No, I would not, because it would ruin my life.
Somebody get him $100.
It would ruin my life.
It would ruin your life.
It would.
We've seen horrible things already.
I know, but that was one of the most horrible things ever described to me.
Yeah, but the description could always pale. I'm sorry. The real.
Don't dumb it down. People I know who are horror fiction industry saying that fucking sucked.
Oh, it was horrible, but it wasn't probably the most horrible thing I've ever seen on screen.
Yeah, but we're different. Like Jaws terrified the shit out of you.
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like that
idea. I watched that movie a lot since then. Yeah, I love that movie now. Yeah, but when I was a kid, it's like that fucking branded me for life.
The aliens to me, dude. Just back on this. Like the idea that Fritz left and they created this huge thing. And what's interesting is that if Grisha just didn't really know what he was doing. Yeah, I mean, it's just that there were people trying to fight for the freedom in Marley, and they sent him there. When in reality, like if Marley just sent all their Titans there to take the power.
Grisha?
Yeah, Grisha was saved by Kruger. And he was sent there undercover, like to carry out Kruger's mission. Yeah. To find the founder and take it. But in all reality, the founder.
Well, Kruger wasn't one of the Warriors, though. Right?
No. He was just part of the resistance there. People who just So he was basically against the Warriors because he was against the government. Yeah.
But he wanted to take the founder for other reasons.
He wanted to take it so they can free Eldia.
Yeah.
In reality, like the Eldians, because they want a better life, that's why they're complying with the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And giving their children away to be eaten, so to speak. Yeah, it just made me emotional. Anyways, the first couple seasons, it's more like a horror. But then when you start getting the mystery of like the can with a different language and what happened, we have no memory what happened 100 years ago, and then you have glimpses of like there's like people like they create a blimp so they get fucking shot down. Mm. Just like, what are they hiding? What's outside the wall? Because I know the mystery is not the same, but I think to me that's so intriguing. And then when you invest in it, whether they give you this meat, it's so cool.
Well, that's kind of like when you start finding out about like in Brotherhood, for instance, how deep the conspiracy goes, and that the government is how entrenched the government is with Father, and the Fuhrer is a homunculus, sorry, and it's just it's really cool, and you don't get all that in the beginning. It's just kind of the weekly adventure.
Well, you're getting the world.
Weekly adventure of the characters and the build up and the relationships, and that's important.
No.
And that's a lot of what you get in the early Attack on Titan. So it's kind of the similar build up.
Yeah.
It's just a lot more horrific in terms of its delivery.
It's horrific because these kids are just traumatized, and you're with them because of their trauma.
They're being eaten and bitten in half.
And you're just like, I want justice.
Yeah.
And it's like we're getting it now, and just like, oh man, I know how I feel about it now. It's cool.
I'm glad to see him getting it because in my mind, I'm watching a show.
Yeah.
This is a story.
Mm-hmm.
Stories are meant to invoke things in people.
Yeah.
And you're seeing him get payback for these people that are just like,
but it's just like
taking their lives for granted on this island and like destroying them.
Well, I don't know if the Eldians are taking our lives for granted.
No, but they're kind of like
the people in the audience. I mean, they were all leaders from different nations, so he's starting a fucking world war here, technically.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting to me is if you're Aaron,
he's basically taking the world war and he's co-opting it. He's saying, "Look, let's stop fighting each other. We need to fight these guys."
That's what Willie said.
Yeah.
And then Aaron basically...
Oh, Aaron is like, yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about... What they're also talking about taking out their island, their home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like he's the resistance now. He's the opposition to that. So why wouldn't he?
If you were Aaron, what are you thinking? Are you thinking like, do I just kill everyone there? Or do I kill the people who sent the warriors?
Well, he's a mission. He has a mission. Yeah. He has a goal. So in my mind, he's probably got an actual intent there.
Yeah.
They had a plan. They trapped the other warriors. They separated the warriors. They sent Zeke somewhere, which we didn't see where he went. And they sent him to the front gate somewhere.
Okay.
And then the other two they trapped.
Mm-hmm.
He ambushed the stage. So he's trying to capture the Warhammer Titan, I'm guessing, because he's going to try to ease Willie.
Yeah.
And they're assuming that he's the prime target
for
the holder for the Warhammer Titan. So he's probably got a mission to assimilate these other Titan abilities.
It's a hell of a thing to do.
And they've trapped those other warriors, so you know where they're at. So.
It's when you see something like this, you automatically always think, I mean, obviously Japanese have different cultural, I think, values and story beats, but it's like at the end of all this, you can imagine everything Aaron wants to do. Does Aaron live?
I don't think he will.
From a Western perspective, I would say no.
Yeah.
From an Eastern perspective, sometimes those guys live. I don't know. I think he'll.
I mean, if he lives, he's gonna be like a grizzled.
It's like Darth Vader lived. Like it doesn't make sense. Kylo Ren lived. It wouldn't make sense, I mean,
Kylo Ren, I don't know. I had mixed feelings about him, but I like Adam Driver, but I didn't like that character. But
I know.
Vader, though, I mean, yeah, he needed to die.
Yeah.
He had to die.
You just can't.
Luke's journey.
You can't just do something nice and erase all that.
Yeah, and the same with Aaron. I mean, I feel like in order for this cycle of violence to end, he's going to end up having to die because it's come full circle from what Rhina and Bertold and Annie implemented on Parody.
Yeah.
Now it's the pendulum swung back, and now Aaron and Armin, I'm assuming anyway.
Yeah.
They're going to strike. So
it's a hell of a thing.
I'm excited to see it.
Me too. Like I said, I'm only literally 2 episodes or something ahead of us. But anyways, it's a long talk, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I think we've been in the deep stuff for a while, but we're getting into I think the stuff that people are really excited about because this stuff is more recent. The distance between the first season and the most recent season is 8 years or something. It took 5 years between season 1 and season 2 because of I can't remember why, but So there are kids who are like 10 years old watching this, and now they're like adults. That's gotta be the coolest thing.
It is.
It's kind of like, we talked about the MCU. Like, wouldn't that be like, if you're 10 years old and you grew up on those movies, like starting with Iron Man 1, wouldn't that be like the greatest thing ever?
Yeah, it had a great culmination. Some of those movies weren't that good. Like in the middle there, some places.
Yeah.
The major ones, though.
Are fucking real.
Iron Man.
I haven't seen any of the Ant-Mans. No.
Yeah, those are kind of just okay.
No.
It's got Evangeline Lilly in it.
No. Yeah, she is. Name my daughter after her. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And Thor 2, that wasn't that good. I'll tell you that.
And I wasn't a big fan of Doctor Strange. I know you said you liked
I loved it.
I like Mads Mikkelsen a lot. Yeah. I like him. He was underused. I felt that movie was just...
The guy you like is underused. You just write the whole lot. Exactly.
I like Wong. Ben Wong, I think is that actor's name.
Oh, he's always cool. But he's like...
He played Kubla Khan in the Netflix Marco Polo show. And he's great in it. I love it.
I heard that was really good. Anyways, guys, we appreciate you watching. If you like us, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think. No spoilers. We're out of here.